Welcome back to beautiful Oceanside, California for the SAMBAZON World Junior Championships hosted by Best Western. Global superstar S.Kerr in the water, and she's up and riding. Immediately after the hooter sounded, catching the first ride of the heat, and it's going to be a great start for her campaign.
I love that. I love that both these women have started so strong. Sierra just looks engaged. She's found this wave. She's watched the heat previous. She knows what she's looking for out there.
Meet number 2 taking on Malibu's Talia Swindal, last year's North America Junior Champion. Couple of great snaps right there for Talia. Regular footer at a point doom. Surfs a lot of great point breaks, but really emphasizing the use of the beach breaks here in Oceanside. A lot of flow on the end section, and a great finish for Swindal. What a start to the heat right here. Mitch and Rosie, and the score's already in for S.Kerr, Rosie. It's an 8.67.
And that 3-turn combo offering up excellence. And Talia, I love the answer back from her. I just really enjoying the brand of surfing that she does. Easy flow through her maneuvers, but then is able to get aggressive when she needs it to emphasize those maneuvers. Definitely a woman to watch, lay back, and completes it. She's up again.
Yeah, and throws the tail right there in that strong offshore wind. Just pushing her outside, Rosie. 26 minutes to go. Well, Swindal having a look here, Rosie. Looking left. Haven't seen too much of this from her in the event. Setup carve right there on the backhand. This wave might double up. She's going to stick with it. A good read. And a little hung up right there. So an unfortunate, unforced error by Talia Swindal. Good looking wave here too, Rosie.
Yeah, I love the way that this wave eventuated on this midsection of the bank. She really had an opportunity there.
It's difficult to center yourself after hearing somebody get an 8, especially when its opponent as lethal as S.Kerr. Talia, though, she's breaking away and going left now. Little hung up right there on the bottom turn. Recovers well. Much better on the second one by Swindal. And just trying to keep a cool pace here on the inside. That wave going to die out, but did some good work before that. I got to be thinking the 2.5, that's long gone, Rosie.
So that little bottom turn, you see her just get hung on the bottom there, and then that hampers the timing. Good little answer back. Maybe her leash getting stuck between her toes there on that back section of the board, as you see her try and adjust her feet.
To be able to have that level of inspiration and motivation for people outside of her age group, I think that says a lot about the way she surfs. Up and riding again, had an 8.67 on our opener. A lot of intensity on this one. Great use of the speed too, Rosie. Excellent variation so far on this. And just like yesterday afternoon, patience has really paid off for her. She's been on the best 2 waves of the heat so far.
Sit tight, use that priority, wait for the wave because they are on the way. But even the way that she's able to work this wave back and forth, I mean, that wave was barely breaking and she was already doing her first turn. And then having the just such a grasp on the judges' criteria to be like, okay, it's going to be another lateral turn. To mix it up a little bit, I'm going to go for the layback. So finds this section. So that 2-turn combo right there is going to be well rewarded.
Got to be right around there. And she's up and riding again on an insider. Going to get the full roundhouse cutback right there into the lip. Slides the fins, and that's going to be incomplete for her. Still waiting on her previous ride, though, halfway through the heat, Rosie. And when you just said that right now, I'm like, that's the former competitor in Rosie that stands out right there. As Talia has a chance to win an event just 2.5 hours south of where she's from in Malibu. She's up and riding here. Needs an 8.77. It's a good start for her, but needs something major on the inside. Much better right there by Swindal. Around the corner, and she's going to get a good finish, too. Wasn't enough for the 8.77, a near 9-point ride. Her family loves it, Rosie.
This is one of the most quality waves that we've seen all morning long as we watch Talia just go through the motions on this one. Just really good, solid surfing. I'm not sure it's going to be the 8.77, but I do think it's going to improve her situation. And I love the fact that she's not overwhelmed by the moment. She's able to compete under pressure. And just a beautiful flow. I mean, we've just been saying it all week long. Just you're a product of your environment.
And he mentioned just surfing in the moment, too, because she kind of gotten ahead of herself a couple of times on her previous rides. As Sierra with the answer back, she wants to focus on her. How's that second turn? Throws the tail around with the strong offshore wind. Really difficult to do. We still have 8:20 on the clock here. She still has 4 more years in the juniors, too, after this.
So then she goes into that turn, and as she gets about 3/4 of the way through it, she just really stomps on that back foot and pushes that tail out right there. And then straight into the bottom turn and kind of lip glides.
The golf clap right there by her father, Josh. That's a good crew to be part of right there. If you're Jet, Talia, that wave closing out on her just a bit too deep on that one, Rosie. 5:35 on the clock.
Brother Malik in the white.
A who's who right there of surfing in San Clemente. A quick in and out right there by Swindal just under 5 minutes ago.
Definitely having, as Sierra's looking with that priority.
Yeah, she's going to block Talia on this one. Opens up with a full roundhouse. Throws the tail around once again. Just aggressive and lights out so far within this heat. Today belongs to Sierra Kerr. She's our second finalist, and she's going to be facing off against Zoe Benedetto in just a matter of hours. The U.S. versus Australia, and Sierra Kerr looking like the person to beat right now. 16.17 heat total, and she is just on fire.